Trying to salvage what I originally intended for this show. We'll get to this segment, which is my continuing to watch Space 1999. This was the seventh episode of season one, called Alpha Child, and basically it was the birth of a child on the base of the first time it happened, and they were all excited and everything. But then another glowing blue mysterious light shows up, and something's up. And I'm not certain, I'm too lazy to go back and research it, but I'm thinking this child was supposed to be the son of the guy who got possessed by another glowing blue light ended up killing a bunch of people by freezing them, and then absorbed the nuclear reactor, and then turned back into a blue light and flew away. It was pretty stupid. So I thought, that's interesting. They're connecting the two. I don't know if that's what they were doing at all. But the child instantly begins to age very rapidly. Within a few minutes, he looks like a 5-year-old. But if that didn't give you your first clue, then he kind of wandered around, kind of like a creepy Damien kid from The Omen. and of course, yes, this was all very sinister. Obviously, the blue light entity had taken over this child and caused him to age rapidly. He pretended apparently to be deaf and mute. We later learned he really wasn't, but he was paying attention to the station and learning how it operates and everything. The commander, of course, didn't trust him. There's something suspicious about it. Well, yeah, the kid's an infant, and suddenly he's 5 years old within a few minutes. His mother freaks out at the sight of him and won't have anything to do with him. It was all kind of weird, but it gets even weirder. Well, the blue light shows up, and they notice it, and then all of a sudden a giant starship appears and hovers over the base, and then several other starships along with it. Like I said, damn, it's a whole fleet, and they get nervous, and they try to attack it. It doesn't work. Their spaceships get knocked back down, and then the child, collapses or whatever. So they take him back to the sick bay, and he ages again. This time into a full-grown man who looks like he's probably somewhere in his early 40s with a really bad comb over, and all of a sudden he's magically wearing this sort of shiny silver cheerleader outfit. It's awful. And so he gets up and he has these mind control powers. So he takes over the doctor and her assistant, or other doctor, I guess. And there's a struggle and all that sort of stuff. And then he goes over to the mother and uses his powers on her and kills her. She dies. Then he uses his powers on her again, and she wakes up, but then she turns different, and her makeup job's different and everything. All of a sudden, she's wearing silver pajamas. And they probably should have swapped costumes, because I imagine the cheerleader outfit would have looked a lot better on her. So she's in silver pajamas all of a sudden, and she gets up, walks over to him, and they make out. This is the really disturbing part, because keep in mind, the body he has was her child. And now they're making out. But you see, he is this alien intelligence that took over the child's body to form a body for himself. And then he put this other alien entity into the body of the mother, and now she's this other creature. I believe he called her Rena or something like that. And they're part of an escaping fugitive armada of ships that was pretty much in exile and had to escape from their society, and they're looking to hide. And so they figured they'll take over these human bodies, and their species won't ever find them again. And so that was their plot, to kill off all the people on Alpha Base. And the jig was pretty much up. The Alpha Base guys couldn't really do anything. They were all dying. And then all of a sudden, of course, the authorities from their society shows up and starts destroying all their ships, and kills pretty much all of them except, the couple that was on the Alpha Base. And they're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So they run, and they get cornered in the sick bay, and they try to work out a deal. But then the the aliens zap them and they're done. And then magically the 40-something man turns back into a baby, and the mother turns back into the mother, and there she is holding the baby, and everything's fine. Jeez. Oh boy, yeah. So another bad episode of Space 1999, and quite possibly the creepiest of the bunch. So hey, there's that. So Alpha Child from Space 1999. We'll see what episode 8 has in store.
All right. Thank you for watching and listening. Why not like and subscribe and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my mini stores that have plenty of goodies for you. You know, hats, mugs, stickers, posters, all that goody stuff. Plus, you can head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book Night Night. Oh, yeah. Plus, you can also catch my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, over at RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on my channel at BitChute. That's the Mr Nailsin channel on BitChute.com.